Hi Libras, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any cross watcher. Today we're going to do a fairy tale love reading. We're going to see what is in the fairy tale for you, what is coming. We have some charms, we have some initials, we have some clues. We want to ask Spirit for guidance, whatever Spirit wants to share with me today. So let's get started. Let's call in our guides. Let's see what they have for you. Welcome back, everybody. If you were newly guided to this channel, I would say that's no coincidence. I don't believe in a coincidence, so welcome. So grateful that you're here. Spirit, please share with me for my Libras. What is it that you want them to know today? What is coming their way? What is this fairy tale around them? The love that is meant for them. I am listening for you now. I have an attraction. You are attracting the right person at the right time. You are an attractor. Okay. So keep that in mind. You know, it's not just they're attractive, they're just not you're attractive. Okay. Of course you're attractive, but your energy attracts them is what they're saying. It's your energy, that somebody is connecting to. And sometimes they don't even know why. They'll say, there's something about you, your energy, your vibe, what is it about you? They might not be able to put their finger on it, but what they mean by that is it's your energy. I have a twin flame. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you. So it is definitely energy happening here. And maybe you've never felt anything like it. Maybe you've never been so drawn to somebody before. And you're saying to yourself that I have never felt this way before. I have never felt this attracted to somebody. That's always nice. It's your destiny. The reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. Whether it's a twin flame or a soulmate, it's written in your soul contract that in this lifetime we will find each other because of that magnetic force. We will cross paths. We will recognize each other. So definitely this... they're using the word universal to me. It's more of like thinking about it as in the universal energy as opposed to our day-to-day life. So today, I think we just have to think big. We have to think about how does energy work, basically, and that's where we're headed. I have a proposal, an offer or a proposal in the near future that comes as a surprise. So maybe this is the person that wants to spend the rest of their life with you. And maybe you felt like, that magnetic pull to them right from the beginning. Maybe you never in a million years thought this is the person that you would end up with. Maybe that's the surprise. There's always those stories about people who fall in love very quickly and somebody says, I want to marry you, within a few months, and they get married, they're like, okay, let's get married. So sometimes things go really fast. I'm not saying that's what you should run out and do. But sometimes people just know, they just know that they're going to stay together. They want to be together. They fall in love very quickly. And the surprise, proposal comes in. So that could be what Spirit wants you to know. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 4 cups. I have a Chariot. I have a 7 of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands. So that came into me as somebody who does want to put some effort and start to build upon something. They're pulling you out of this 4 cups, which is the waiting game, is how I want to say it. This feeling of, when is this happening? I feel like I'm riding right along, like I am on the right path. I feel like I just have to kind of keep going. Don't curve off into too many sideways forks in the road. But this person, I feel like, there's a definite slow and steady energy once we realize this is the connection. And I also feel like you feel more passionate about this person than anybody you have felt in a long time, if ever. It could be like I'm head over heels in love with this person. That's always a nice feeling. I have a 6 of Pentacles. I have a 7 of Wands. I have an Ace of Wands. And I have a 7 of Cups. Little bit of a, now that I found you, there's a lot, of course, there's a lot of people that I've met along the way, but nothing like you with that Ace. Like nothing has captured my attention. Nothing has captured my interest the same way. The 6 of Pentacles is more of a, for the first time in my life, I feel like whatever I'm giving to you, I'm getting back. Maybe you're not used to that. I have a Queen of Cups. You make me feel amazing. Okay. And that's how we fall in love. We fall in love. King of Cups and Queen of Cups at the bottom of my deck and a star. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. So this is what you've wished for. This is what you've hoped for. And the love is mutual, they're saying. I mean, it's as simple as that. It's like, I want to feel that somebody's as in love with me as I am with them. And that's what you've been waiting for. That's what you've been wishing for, is you don't want to be in love with somebody and not get it back. You know, that's not fun. What's fun is the person who loves you equally. They love you as much as you love them. And that it's, yeah. It's very emotional, they're saying. Maybe we are realizing that we have finally found somebody that we can give our heart to, or we finally have found our true partner that we can trust. So it's a very emotional beginning for some reason. Yeah, because of vulnerability, but maybe just the realization that it's finally here. And I just feel like for some, I'll keep asking about the emotions, but I feel like it's very, very emotional. Like I make love to you and I've got tears in my eyes, and the person says, "Are you crying?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm crying because I'm happy. I'm crying because I'm falling in love with you." You know, you go to kiss this person and your eyes are all welled up, you know, so it's very, very emotional for some reason. You know, maybe you just are grateful. It could be as simple as that. I'm just grateful. Let's see what some initials are. Okay, so first initials, last initials. Maybe you'll get somebody who you're thinking of today. You know, spelling of their name, something like that. Don't worry if you don't get your person. These are just clues, and these are collective readings for, you know, all of my Libras today. So I have the letter D. I have an O. I have an E. I have a P. R, O, U, W, V. I have a Q. I have a T. I have an S. I have a U. I have an H. I have a D. And I have a Z. Okay, so some of you may connect to those. Okay, and that is your letters. So we will put those to the side for now. Spirit, tell me more about this connection, their energy, anything you want to share with me. What is my fairy tale? Very emotional. This is definitely, maybe you just have been waiting for this, and it just feels, they're saying it's because it feels so right. You know, there could be just a part of you that just knows that this is it. Finally. My whole body's tingling. Okay. I need a job. I don't think your person needs a job, but I feel like it's the hard times that everybody goes through. And maybe we share the story of, you know, I had a really tough period. I was unemployed. I had no money coming in. I was gonna, lose my job, lose my house, so maybe it's just a story about some hard times that we share. I have the arts. I love the arts. I admire the arts. I don't know if I'm necessarily in the arts, but I definitely appreciate the arts. I appreciate the musical arts. I appreciate visual arts. So this person probably likes to do things like that. I have management. Okay. I have some kind of, they're saying corporate job. Okay, so I could be at a corporation level. I could work for a big company. Maybe I have the opportunity to go up in the ladder, something like that. I have trading, Bitcoins. I could be involved in trading money, stock market, financial planners, investment funds, banking. But it felt like a big kind of entity that I work with, but maybe in the umbrella of financial world. I'm funny. I make you laugh. I have a good sense of humor. Spiritual worker. Maybe I love your intuition. I love that you're spiritual. I love that you love this world. I love how you think. I love that you're connected. I love that you know about things that I don't know about. I have a student. I feel like I'm a perpetual student. I'm always learning. I like to learn. Maybe that's why I like the visual arts or going to museums or doing things like going on tours that are like historical. Like if I went to Europe, I want to go to the Sistine Chapel and I want to walk around. I want to listen to the tour guide to explain what am I looking at, so something like that. Like I love that stuff. I love, they're saying arts, culture, history. This person is active in that world. They love those types of things. I have wavy hair, blue eyes. I'm youthful. Maybe I look younger. I look younger than I am. I'm stylish. I look good. I like my clothes. I like shopping, they're saying. Okay, could be on either side. Socially awkward. I'm going to say at times, situations. Maybe I don't like large crowds. Maybe I don't like to be the center of attention. Maybe I don't like to be on stage. It could be something like that. Like you couldn't pay me to be a public speaker. It could be something along those lines. Let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying today. Let's see what they want us to know. It feels good. It feels like somebody I really want to get to know. I mean, just somebody that I'm going to say we get to know each other very easily. We probably fall in love very fast. I'm going to say we have a lot of the same interests, Spirit saying now. Kind, brave, strong, happy. I'm thankful. You could have a very kind, compassionate person coming into your life. Do what you love and love what you do. That's probably one of their mantras. They could love their career. They could love where they put their energy. They could be very passionate about something outside of their career that they put a lot of time and energy into, that they're very good at. So maybe that's their more calling or their dream. So they could be really into something. If you ask them, what do you love to do? I love you. Yeah, no doubt in my mind that this is a kind of out of nowhere energy that I think it's everything. I think it's the relationship comes out of nowhere. I think a proposal comes out of nowhere. I think we decide very quickly that we want to spend the rest of our lives together. I wouldn't be surprised at any of that. I have the letter G. I have the letter D. I have a a letter B. Okay. What's this one say? Do what you love and love what you do. Maybe we both, maybe there's two of those. So maybe we both can say that. We can honestly say, I love what I do. I don't want to give it up. I'm good at what I do. It took me a long time to get here, you know, something like that. What does this one say? It says, a family's love is forever. I put my family first. I'm very close to my family. I have a big family. I can't wait for you to meet my family. So they're very, very close to their family. That's always a good sign that somebody's kind of emotionally stable. You know, the person who says, yeah, you know, I'm estranged for most of my family. You're like, really? Why? What's, you know, not every family's that bad. I love your lips. I can't wait to kiss your lips. I'm staring at your lips. I can't get enough. So you got a good kisser. How about that? How about somebody who likes to kiss? I have a glass of wine. I like having a glass of wine. Maybe that's something that we share together. We both enjoy a nice cocktail before dinner or with our dinner. I have an octopus. A little bit of all hands on you. Like I can't keep my hands off of you with that octopus. It's kind of fun. I have music notes. So there's that kind of, you know, musical art, something like that. I mean, they could like things like orchestras or Broadway plays because it's got the orchestra and it's got the visuals. You know, like they just have an appreciation of the arts more so than some other people. It's like they like other people's talent, you know, like they can acknowledge that there's a lot of people out there that are really, really talented. And you're like, oh my God, you know, whether they're a talented musician, talented artist, talented set designer, you know, in a show. So there's just, I think they just have an appreciation for it. I have Cinderella's Castle. So there's my fairy tale. I feel like we're living in a fairy tale. This is a dream come true, a little bit of a dream. I have the number 19, 19th of the month, 19 days, could be a sign. I have a circus. You know that saying that says not my monkey, not my circus, not my monkey, whatever that thing is. That's how it came into me. It's like this person tries to stay out of other people's drama. So they're probably more reserved than anything. They probably don't like to gossip. They probably back away from very gossipy people. Yeah, not my circus, not my monkeys. So it's like, I'm not going there. I don't want to talk about that with you because it's like, where am I going to go with that? It's just gossip. So they're probably very reserved with who they talk about, certainly not talking behind people's back to people that, unless it's in confidence with you. Yeah, I would say they're very reserved with something like that. I have a beautiful sun that feels like a new beginning. I have a sailboat. So let this set sail, let this go. That feels like a sunset cruise. Maybe we go on a sunset cruise. Maybe it's like a day event and we get on a boat for a few hours and we literally watch the sunset on the boat. I have a puppy. I have a little paw. Somebody has a dog. And then I have this measuring cup. And I've asked Spirit while I've been looking at it a couple times. And it came into me a couple things. It was, I love to cook, but I rather bake. So somebody would rather bake than cook. And then this feeling of measuring. It was almost like a time, more, not so much measuring you. It was like different timelines in my life, like as like measurements of my life, you know, like when I was in my 20s, when I was in my 30s, like, you know, just kind of significant timeline changes. So it kind of feels like we have a lot of those in common. So I would say that we are about the same age. within the same range, Spirit just said. So we're not dramatically different in age. And I do feel like we can compare those timelines pretty easily, that we were doing about the same thing at the same time. We could have been in college at about the same time, but maybe there was 2 years difference, something like that. But I'm going to go with I like to bake instead of cook. I definitely, if I can bake, I'm going to go for baking. So that tells me somebody has a sweet tooth too, or they like to bake for other people. Maybe they don't eat it, but they like to bake for other people and gets it out of their system. So that feels nice. Okay, so those are my charms. And let's get a final message. Let's see what they want this connection to be all about. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you want for us? Feels nice. Hit that like button if you like the video. Final message, please, Spirit. I have it's a divine connection. Your connection is divinely guided and deeply spiritual. Trust in this higher guidance and allow it to lead you to a love that is pure, profound, and transformative. So sometimes Spirit knows better than us. And when these divine connections come into us, we say thank you. We accept them with open arms, no matter how fast or slow they're going. But it feels like we could go from nothing to a proposal in a very short period of time with this reading. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you all for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you for your kind words, your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at kathymamolenspsychicmedium.com. Also, I have 2 other YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame channel, where I am always uploading something over there as well, totally different than this channel. So check the links in the description and then the comments to join those. We'll see you all again real soon. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and we'll ask Spirit to guide this to you now.